NBA Today is live from Cleveland. We're counting down to Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals, and tip-off is less than 5 hours away. The Knicks, they're on the verge of a sweep. They're up 3-0. This is how they got it done on Saturday night, even with some big stars in the building. Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift.
And his girlfriend. And
they couldn't shake it off. The Knicks, they were able to get out in transition. Hart hands it off to Bridges. Gets the layup to go there.
Hold on, let me push it. Let me push the offense.
Bridges looking.
I see you.
Finds Landry Shamet.
The microwave.
No thought.
7 of 8 from 3 in this series so far.
No thought for him.
The New York Knicks, they scored 16 points in transition in the first half. Only 2 points for the Cavaliers. And then there was Jalen Brunson. The Brunson burner was fully turned up here. Very productive third quarter in this one, Danny.
Yep. Get into that left hand, you know it's automatic.
And every time he gets James Harden in isolation.
Eyes light up.
Yep.
So does the rim.
Nails the step back there. And then Brunson finds Mitchell Robinson. A little alley-oop slam there.
One team's playing at a different speed than the other team.
Yeah, and Brunson scored or assisted on 14 points, by the way, in the third. And then the Landry mat, it was open.
Oh, I like that.
Put him in a spin cycle.
Give me microwave.
Keep going. What else you got?
Stay hot. Step back.
Cycle done.
The Knicks, they win their 10th consecutive.
Is anybody going to guard him?
No, he's like,
like the white flag has been
Here's Brunson
waved.
after the game.
I think most importantly, we obviously had that Knicks man up mentality. But we have a bunch of individuals in that locker room who work really hard, and they're very psychotic about their work and the things they do, and making sure that their minds that they're ready physically and mentally. So when their number's called and then when there's time to go out there, they're ready.
All right, the numbers have been a big topic of conversation this series, so let's look at the Knicks numbers here. They rank first in basically every statistical category here this postseason.
Sheesh.
Scoring, field goal percentage, three-point shooting, scoring differential. The list goes on and on. When you're number one in that many things, you need a Hall of Famer to talk about you. And that's why we have our Hall of Famer, Mark Spears, here joining us on set in Cleveland. Mark, you have covered a lot of New York Knicks teams over the years. You've covered good New York Knicks teams. You've covered New York Knicks teams that struggle. What has separated this group from others that you've seen?
This morning, Kat was asked about only Brunson being on the All-NBA team. Yeah. And he said, well, it's because we play defense. And I think that's the difference with this Knicks team is they're a defensive, everything.
Right.
Like an NFL defensive team, the way they're playing. And the thing is, it's not just Kat. It's a collective. Kat's 6th in defensive rating. McBride is 4th in defensive rating. Hart is averaging 1.7 steals per game. You got 5 Knicks that are averaging a steal a game, and they were actually number 1 in the NBA in defensive rating until last night when the Spurs jumped over them.
Ooh, okay.
So for this Knicks defense, they are the reason, respectfully to Jalen Brunson, all the amazing that he's doing, that they're just destroying everybody right now.
They're a classic Mike Brown team.
Give a lot of credit to Mike Brown, opening up the floor with Kat and making him initiate the offense. But for me, the guy has been Mikal Bridges. He's been all over the place, right time. There was a point there in the Atlanta series, we weren't sure if he was happy. They're going to lose him. He's at the end of the bench, not looking happy. As you see in this tape, he's getting in the paint, driving, kicking, finding guys, relocating, working the dunk area, setting some screens. As you see, Jalen Brunson sees this. This is their offense now. They got Kat being the point guard. Now he sees a mismatch. It's him and Jared Allen. They're putting a big man on him. He's like, all right, you going to put a big man on me? I'm going to go to the basket. Use a little wiry strength right here. Get the guy above him, flex, show a little bicep muscle on the way in. So, now he got the full court. They're pressing. He's like, all right, I can bring the ball up, too. This is what I can do. We make a mistake. Press me, press us. We're going to find it. We're going to push the break. Let me come into our offense. He's moving fast, setting a screen for Kat. Slips out. Donovan Mitchell knows he's a small player. Little easy layup. Just him doing these little things and playing hard has made him so effective and efficient. 86% on layups and dunks. And in that mid-range, he's damn near the same because he's knocking down that mid-range at a high clip.
It really engages him more that he's not just standing in the corner and waiting for threes.
Absolutely.
Look, in this offense, we're going to put you on the move. We're going to let you do your things. And when you get in transition, don't just pass and run to the corner. Go to the basket, create. Like, I think all that, I mean, he also always had that in his game, but they've sort of ignited that in him.
Yeah, he's put emphasis on it. You see him a lot, like getting on the breakaway, using them hamstrings, getting out, stretching out, using his height, using his length, getting to the basket. But I always liked him within cutting.
Yeah.
If he can cut, if he can set those back screens, pop in there, that you see the double coming, he needs to be the guy. Him and Josh Hart are good at that, getting into that open area and making something happen out of nothing.
There's been some discourse that the championship game is being played, the championship series has been being played out west right now between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the San Antonio Spurs. The way that these New York Knicks are playing right now, if this is the New York Knicks team that shows up, I'm not sure that's true, Iman.
Yeah, the championship is going to be tougher than people once imagined it, just because we finally have a couple of teams that are making adjustments and not making adjustments game by game. This is in the game action right now. Third quarter, we coming out. We're not doing that no more. Now what's your move? This is real chess out here right now.
Let me speak to this very quickly.
Yep.
Yes, the Western Conference has been a harder run.
Yeah.
Yes, the Knicks have gotten a Philly team that was banged up, tired, and maybe a little bit satisfied, and a Cavs team that was tired and a little bit satisfied. But they're beating all these teams. They're crushing them.
Yeah.
They've won these 10 games by 250 points combined. It'd be one thing if they were barely getting by. They're taking their competition and they're destroying it. Historically, when you destroy competition like that, it means you're a championship-level team.
And the two teams in the West are destroying each other.
Right. And so we'll see if that rest versus rust. The Eastern Conference Finals, they roll on tonight. The Cavaliers, they look to stave off elimination against a New York Knicks team that is playing certainly their best basketball of the year and possibly, Danny, in what, the past 27 years?
Yeah, about 27 years.
We have a 2-hour show to get you set for Game 4. NBA Today starts right now.
A game can't be called a must-win situation unless a team's facing elimination. It's not a must-win situation for the Cavs, but it's pretty darn close.
What a shot from Jalen Brunson. Oh, what a pass from Anunoby. And the Cavs just stopped playing on that possession.
The Knicks are now 1 win away from their first finals appearance in 27 years.
I think we're going to have one of those magical gems from the big fella.
Wembanyama, think he's going to go from midcourt.
Nothing but the bottom.
The line. Castle. The Spurs are alive tonight. Castle leaving for Wembanyama. Resounding response to San Antonio in Game 4. Best of 7, now a best of 3.
Well, the San Antonio Spurs, they certainly roared back last night. Hello, welcome to NBA Today for this Cleveland show. We have some gentlemen with Cleveland roots. Iman Shumpert, he won that title in 2016 with these Cavaliers. DG, yes, drafted by Cleveland. And of course, Ohio native Brian Windhurst here. I'm Malika Andrews. I don't have any roots with Cleveland, but by judging by the fans behind us here, it seems like it's the New York Knicks that are in the building here early, my friends.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to take over the city, too.
Yeah, the energy, you can certainly feel it here ahead of Game 4 as the New York Knicks are trying to do something that they have not done since 1999. Josh Hart, Karl Anthony Towns, they spoke earlier at Shoot-Around. Let's take a listen.
I don't really feel like we're that close because, this series is over. If we're blessed enough to move on, then I can answer that question. But if we start thinking of that now, then we start overlooking them, and they're a team that can get hot, that can play well, and turn this into a long series. So don't really got time to think of that until, you're fortunate enough to be in that position.
I've talked to you before about we can't just meet the moment, we got to exceed it. And in those moments when we've had those closeout games, we've exceeded the moment. So, it's up to us again to go out there and exceed the moment again.
I don't know, Brian, as we were walking out the other day, it certainly feels like the Knicks, they're doing everything they can to temper expectations. They're proud of what they've done, but at the same time, they feel like they haven't done anything yet. Danny, you've been in this position 4 times. You've gone to the NBA Finals 4 different times. Take us inside what the Knicks are feeling in this moment.
I got to give a lot of credit to the coaching staff and Mike Brown, keeping them in that mind space. I know Kat had an interview after quarter 1 of Game 3. He said, I'm more pissed off that they got 27 points than we have 39. And, that's the mindset you have to have. Josh Hart heart, just, kind of living in the moment and not thinking about what's ahead. It's like, all right, we got to close the series. When we close the series, then I can think more about it. With them being that focused, it's like that Kobe mentality. Yeah, back in the days when locked in, Pop had us locked in. We didn't think about the stage or what was happening or finals. Like, taking it one game at a time, not satisfied, job's not done. That's how they're approaching the game. That's how they got to stay focused and locked in.
Yeah, I like their mindset. I like where they're at. When you're going into a closeout game, usually you want to just get things out the way. But when I look at this, I'm just like, can we get a game? Can we get a little competition going? Can we go back and forth? Can I enjoy New York and Cleveland for a little bit? Because I also want the Knicks or whoever comes out of this battle. You know what I'm saying?
Bravo.
I want whoever that comes out of this battle to be prepared. You don't want them to just be at home chilling and haven't really had any adversity in the Eastern Conference Finals. I just look at what they're doing over there in the West, and I say for the best matchup for basketball, I just want them to all be, well chiseled.
Well chiseled. Well, despite you wearing all black, the Cavaliers are not done yet here, Shump. They're not done yet. They're on the mat, but they're not quite done yet.
Yeah. We hope not.
We definitely hope not. I'm a guy that's been on the wrong side of a bad record, and it meant nothing. So I understand they can come together. I understand what they can do with their locker room. I just, I expect more. I really do. I have been on their case, but it's because they have a good ball club. They just haven't performed up to standard.
And I don't think that they believe that they have either, analytically.
We're
not doing that yet. Let's go over to the Western Conference here.